Hello, hello, and welcome back to more Morrowind. I'm Steve. Hopefully, you were aware of that. So, last time. Yes, I never seem to start the same place that I end, do I? Last time, I did a bunch of quests for the. What do you call him? Not the Dark Brotherhood, but the Morag Tong, that's the one. Getting a little bit bored with what they were doing, so I thought today we'll do something slightly different. I have two things in mind. First, we're gonna go fetch that Warlock's ring that we were told about, but couldn't find. Odd thing with the light there for a second. Sorry. And once we've done that, I'm gonna force you all out onto a field trip. Oh yes. Now I just gotta remember. If we take the Strider to Vivek, we should start at the correct place.
Why walk when you can ride?
Riding doesn't give you the right XP. So, the Warlock's Ring. Yeah, it should be east of Balfell. I read on the wiki before we started because, I don't want to start off a stream and just go, I have no clue where I need to go. But apparently, in the vanilla version of the game, they will tell you to go west of Balfell, which is not very helpful. Pro tip when writing directions, do not tell people to go in the opposite direction of their destination. This isn't the right ruin. I'm a genius, trust me. I do still love the jumping in this. How many more times do I need to say it? I don't even recall if my, outfitting, sort of, selection of gear is what it was. But I figured using the same weapon this long was starting to feel a little silly, so I decided to go with the ebony short sword. It's relatively light, very light compared to a Daedric weapon. And now I just gotta find the entrance. Should be around here at least. I think that's it. Ashirbadon, yes. Oh wait, let's activate Amulet of Shadows and just go say hello to everyone. A bit of a drop. Hi. Ashirbadon Key. Hunter's Belt. I don't know what his deal was. Okay. Interesting cave. I would not want to commute to this place. I don't know you. What do you want? She's a sorcerer. Well.
This is the end of you, Swit!
Not much of an end. What does the ring do? Reflect and fortify speed. Huh. Okay. I don't see why it's worth 22,000. That's not very impressive. Wait. 1,240 mana pool. Now I see it. Maybe she has something valuable. What? Okay, in case you can't look at the screen for whatever reason, these urns are trapped. I've never heard of such a thing. A little bit strange. Well, that would have been very useful earlier in the game. Ninth barrier scroll. That actually looks useful. Supreme domination. Yeah, that's not really all that useful. I gotta say, I still don't understand this particular arrangement. Like, why would you want to go to this cave and sleep in a hammock? This isn't exactly luxurious accommodations. Even if she does have a valuable ring. Oh well. I guess that is basically it. What else did I promise you? Oh yes, a field trip. Let's see. Divine intervention. We are right where we should be. So, early in the game, we got... Around the time we became the Lalu Hortator, we ended up in a situation where the Dark Brotherhood attacked us.
How does the day greet you, friend?
So let's go seek him out, or at least to the city where they're at. I'm not actually gonna hunt them down and slaughter them just yet, but well, there are some things that I need to purchase while there. You wish to go to the mainland? That's highly irregular. I'm sure you've heard that they've been restricting travel to Mournhold. They're a bit worried about the Blight. What's your reason for wanting to go to the city? I fear I've been marked for death by the Dark Brotherhood, and I wish to investigate. Oh my, I can see why you'd want that to get cleared up. That's dangerous business, though. I can't say I'd be happy to send you off on that sort of fool's errand. If you're sure, though, I suppose I can oblige you. If you need to return to Vardenfell, speak with Efete in the Royal Palace. Take care, friend. Those people are not to be taken lightly. I'll send you there when we've finished speaking. Welcome to Mournhold. And here's Efete. Let's see.
Good for the Empire.
Interesting. Almalexia and Mehrunes Dagon. I may not leave the city by flying.
Justice never sleeps.
Yeah, this is like Super Ordinator. Quite powerful and useful at times. Right, let's see this bazaar. Clothier, that's going to be useful. Let's see, expensive, exquisite. Huh. I was kind of hoping they'd have more exquisite stuff.
What may I do for you?
And her closet's empty. Sure, let's see what okay, this guy is called 10 Tongues Weir Hat. Let's see what he has. 5 exquisite shirts in a pawnbroker. Huh. Can't say that I would expect that. This guy's a trader. Marvelously vague. But does he have cork bulb, bolt, and arrow? I've never seen those before. Stats are abysmal.
You have a question?
I do not. A
What's he
Mornhold
doing here?
bookseller. Kind of a rude greeting, but okay. I'm just curious if there's anything here that sticks out as a bit strange. Nope. A magic shop. Let's see what she has. Nothing all that interesting.
And you
Yes?
regret it.
Oh, that was a man. How embarrassing. Selling a lot of Grandmaster's equipment. I will not be needing it.
How do you do?
What can I do for you, friend?
Oh, right. I'm a little surprised. I was kind of expecting it to be at the bazaar that I would find the stuff I needed. But I suppose it might be in the, well, there's one other area. Housing district type place. We've already seen the monument, so we'll continue going around. Okay, that is a bit extraordinary. Over there is the most dangerous humanoid character in the game. Do not speak to him. I can't help but find it a little strange at the lack of plant life. You'd be expecting stuff like rose bushes and whatnot here, wouldn't you? Yes, this is the Great Bazaar. That's not where we need to be going. We've already been at the Royal Palace. God's Reach. This is the place. Or at least one of them. The Winged Guar. Craftsman's Hall.
I'm so hungry. I could eat a rat.
Well, that is definitely doable. Adamantium short sword. Not immediately useful, but definitely a valid weapon. Not something that's useless, at least.
Must. This is so nice.
What a nice man.
How may I help
That
you,
guy
traveler?
wants to collect clutter.
What can I do for you, friend?
This is the guy I'm here for. Alright, so why am I here for him? He sells grand soul gems. That should hold me over until the end of the game. And what about his weapons? Or items, rather. Oh well. Let's see, what else do I need to get? Nothing that I recall.
This is a wondrous encounter. Welcome.
Ah, yes, I was looking at doing some enchanting, but I was short on the gems. Right, I'm gonna go head over to the mansion, drop this off, and I say let's just continue with the assassinations. So far, I do have all the tools I need for that. So far. I probably don't need the Tanto at this point. Right, and then we can cast Recall again, because, well, I should turn in this quest.
Oh, greetings.
Ajira is a good friend of Diomedes and tells Diomedes about the Warlock's Ring. So you have found the Warlock's Ring. Remember that Ajira is your good friend who shares all of her secrets. And that is effectively the final thing that we could really do for Ajira.
A potion today?
I don't
Good
think
to
that's
see you. Do you need my services?
Can I be of service?
sensible.
With
I
Good to
must say,
see
I
you,
find you
Alphand.
most
Searching for
interesting right
spells?
now. Please go ahead.
Just looking at my saves to remind myself where the Morag Tong is actually at in Vivek. That's one thing I very much appreciate about the expanded UI mod. Amongst other things, it automatically generates a save name, and the save name is based on the location you are at. certainly nice to be able to skip the search for our friendly neighborhood assassin guild. This is the Telvanni area. What am I thinking? Right. Now we just need to find the road down. Canal works. Mr. Guardman. Storage. Right. And we found them.
There's someone watching.
Definitely faster than
Blessed.
last time.
Truly blessed. This is an honor.
Altar to Mephala.
A warm welcome to you.
Huh. So far, not much in the way of
I have a great selection that you
unique
find
stuff that
especially
these
useful.
guys will get me. I know they have a set of armor that is unique to them, but as for getting it, I haven't found one yet.
A sincere welcome to you. May you be forever blessed.
What a strangely nice orc. Alright, here's the quest giver. You all know the drill by now.
Warm welcome to you.
Always Mark. He has no writs for me at this time. And of course I find that out immediately after setting my mark by him, which would then be useless.
Welcome, Outlander.
Definitely what I intended to do. Yes. Absolutely. It'll be fine. Still got my jump ring. Now there should be Morag Tong guild halls in a number of locations. I know at least a few of them by heart, so let us go to the one in Balmora.
Where would you like
The perfect weather to assassinate in. You know, this is just a pet peeve of mine, but I love the fact that the Assassin's Guild is the only one with desks that are actively being used. Desks that do not have chairs. I have no writs for you at this time. That's fine. What spells do you have? Nothing major. Oh, I'm tempted, but I shouldn't. Not yet. Right, so we don't have any jobs in Balmora. That's fine. Vivega is kind of in the same sort of location as Balmora, same same region. So where else would they be? Sadrith Mora will be my next little
I don't know
attempt.
where to begin.
Bien. Yes?
Other than that, though, I am gonna have to check the wiki. Doesn't seem like there's any easy in-game way of knowing just where exactly the Morag Tong are actually at. And that's just one of those things. The game not needing to use quest markers to tell you where everything is at, that's nice, but sometimes they
I've heard much about you.
don't
Would you have
succeed.
need of my services?
Huh, alright. He also did not have any jobs for me. Alright, looking at this, there are 4 things that they will tell you to do after the main quest. Apparently we have to find the Belt of Sanguine Fleetness. Just looking at the list of things, I don't think I will. I think we should get back to doing some religious quests. I think, let me check here, should be the Imperial Cult should be there somewhere. Found it.
What's this about? Yes? Let's hear it.
Nothing there. But I have a good idea of where we could go to find one of them.
Good to see you. Do you need my services?
I think you'll agree with me on this one, being clever as you are. Stands to reason that the Imperial Cult would let you join them somewhere near Balmora. So let us see.
Seen any elves?
I am an elf, you idiot. So where would they be in this particular... Ah. Join the Imperial Cult. The Imperial Cult combines the worship of the Aedra Akatosh, Dibella, Arche, Zenithar, Mara, Stenda, Kinnereth, and Julianas with worship of the divine god-hero Typer Septim, founder and patron of the Empire. We accept all citizens of good character and earnest faith. We only ask a one-time pledge of 50 drakes to aid us in our good works. Thereafter, the only cost of membership comes when you use a healing altar, modest and nominal fees which help us in our mission to bring the words and blessings of the Nine to those less fortunate than ourselves. Do you wish to join the Imperial Cult? what are the requirements of and doctrines? Yeah, this is just fluff text to let you know that personality and willpower are important. Yes, I wish to join. You are now a layman in the Imperial Cult. Welcome, Diomedes, to our community, and may you rejoice in its blessings. Can I tell you about our services, or if you can donate more time and effort, would you like to become a lay servant? So how do I get jobs? Well, fine.
Welcome, Outlander.
The Imperial Cult is one of those things where I've only done that one time before. So I am not 100% sure of everything just yet. I should probably just get these ready. Just my notes here. Alright, that seems fairly simple. And yeah, you might be wondering what makes it worth it to do the Imperial Cult quests. Well, they do have a number of very powerful artifacts associated with them. I think pretty much most guilds in the game will eventually point you to an artifact. You can go and find them yourself if you so please, but well, the quests, you know, they serve a function too in pointing you towards it if you cannot find them. Pointing you towards the powerful artifacts. We'll go to Vivek.
Can I be of service?
Cast Divine Intervention.
May each day
Imperial Chapel. Alright, so I noticed a conversation option and then I decided to click it. Wolf, if you don't remember, because it has been a little while since it happened, he was a legionary that we found at Ghost Gate. He gave us a lucky coin. So, and after, you know, we left the room and came back, he was gone, and asking people around the room we were in, none of them had seen him or remembered him. So that is what my character tells her, and she then says, regarding Wolf, a weird tale, and you say you've been marked by good fortune, by the luck of the Emperor, since you received the coin from the old veteran. Tell me, did the face of the old veteran resemble the face on the coin? Did anyone else see this old man? I hesitate to suggest it, but I think you might have been visited by an aspect of Typer Septim. Surely this is a sign of great doom laid upon you by the gods. Well, it wasn't that bad. But alas, we should probably... Oops. Game. Stop bothering me. Will someone in this room give me missions, please? Hello, Layman Diomedes. My name is Kai, and I'm in charge of the volunteer Shrine Sergeants for the cult. Are you ready for a Shrine Sergeant assignment? Yes. Good, I could use a little help here. We treated a high elf named Karyarel. Yeah, Karyarel. Whatever, I'm just gonna call him Mr. C. We treated him for swamp fever, and we later discovered while he was here, a rare chapel limeware bowl disappeared from our shrine. Will you find him and retrieve our bowl for us? The High Elves are a small, tight-knit community on Vardenfell. Try asking other High Elves if they know Mr. C and where he lives. Tall, dark-haired fellow with sharp features, but that would fit a lot of High Elves. Okay. Okay.
I am at your service.
That shouldn't be too difficult. Ask around for a particular high elf.
Greetings.
A warm welcome.
Greetings.
Interesting detail I couldn't help but notice back there was how the Duke's Guard is largely of Imperial sort of ethnicity, if I dare use that word here.
Ah, welcome. What may I do for you? Do you want something?
Oh, that was easy. Asking this guy about Mr. C. Narmak. He lives in Narmak, a village on the Bitter Coast. Speak to Nivosi Lan, shipmaster. His boat is the Chun Ook. Guess that would be here.
Please join me.
Please, go ahead, Outlander. I'm listening.
Narmak. Ooh, that reminds me. I have a Daedric quest in this area that I'm gonna do. But first, Narmak. How do you do? He lives in a shack over by the docks. Okay, that should be his shack. But will he be in there? Well, first things first. Need to get in there and, well, let's just use the Amulet of Shadows. Oh, found it. A valuable large bowl of Dwemer design inscribed as belonging to the Imperial Cult. Maybe an original or a meticulously crafted reproduction. So where's the actual guy? Well, seems there's Drew about. And here's the guy himself. I don't know what you're talking about. You say you found a bowl in my shack? Well, you're a liar, so go away and leave me alone. Remember what I forgot to do? I forgot to set the mark. I am so clever, you guys. And I feel it too. Wrong one. We're not going to cool.
Walk with virtue.
Do you need something?
Evanhart. Divine intervention and
I have great prices for you today, Outlander.
this is the guy. So we mark. Have you recovered it? Yes. So you found Mr. C and recovered the bowl? Well done. Let me give you something to cover your expenses, and here are a few divine intervention scrolls. I never go without them, and when you're ready for another Shrine Sergeant mission, speak to me again. I have been promoted to novice. Alright, our new mission. A bossmer named Nidalas in Caldera says his home is haunted by a ghost. You'll need to find an enchanted weapon or suitable spells, because only those will harm a ghost. I don't know what you prefer, so take these 200 drakes and buy something that suits you. Talk to Nidalas first and report back if you've rid his haunted house of its ghost. Alright, that's an easy enough thing. Caldera, where do I... Well, I know how to get there. Excuse me. So yeah, Caldera has a connection via the Mages Guild, so go to the Mages Guild in the Foreign Quarter and you can teleport there instantly. Quite how I would get around without jumping, I don't know. Part of me suspects I wouldn't be playing Morrowind at that point.
Well, hello there.
Can I be of service?
I don't think so.
Oh, friend.
Yes, I'm the one with the haunted house. The Imperial Cult said they would send someone to take care of the ghost. I suspect it has to do with the trapdoor. The landlord told me not to fool with it, but he didn't say why, although now I can guess. The landlord gave me a key. Here, please let me know when the ghost is gone. I haven't had a good night's sleep in weeks. Okay. Mages Guild. Droshavir. Orderan Ashumiamu. That's definitely an Ashlander name.
ahead.
That's Gorak Manor. That's not what I'm looking for at the moment. What? Okay, the trapdoor leads to Helleran Ancestral Tomb. This whole house is built on an ancient Indian burial ground. Fucking hell, this guy has a lot of booze. Very cheap booze as well. Why, hello there. Luckily, ebony is one of the high-grade materials that will, in fact, kill ghosts. Place has generic loot, torches, lots of bones. Very basic for an ancestral tomb, I gotta say. Bless the nine, and thank you. Thank you for ridding me of that ghost. Since it's not a haunted house anymore, now maybe I can get some sleep. And don't worry about the trapdoor, I'll just leave it alone, completely alone. My thanks to you and to the Imperial Cult. Cool. And now we can just recall. Have you taken care of that haunted house for Needless yet? Yes. Very good. I hope the 200 gold I gave you covered your expenses, and here's something else for you. I've been promoted to initiate. Not long ago, we drove a coven of witches from the old Daedric ruins of Ashalmavia. However, one witch escaped, a dark elf named Thelsa Dral. But just recently, egg miners from the nearby Asha Ahi egg mine have complained that the mine is cursed. Perhaps Thelsa Dral has taken refuge there. Go to the egg mine, and if you find the witch, kill her. When you are sure that the wicked creature is dead, return and report to me. Here's some gold for expenses. Very good. Fastest way to cool, though, what would that be? I guess jumping over to the boat service. Incidentally, between streams, I was experimenting with something. No, it wasn't LSD. It was trying to put together a constant effect slow fall, you know, bit of equipment for my jumping needs. It didn't work out all that well. Let's see, we're going to load onto Narmak. You know, it just occurred to me that I mentioned something about a Daedric quest. And it just so happens that the place we're at right now, close to where we need to go. So let us go and have a look. Now you might be thinking, Steve, why are you know, walking on water way out here? I mean, there's no point, is there? Actually, there is. Although I may have gotten us slightly off course. Should probably also have water breathing. Yeah, I think over here is where it should be. Just judging on the fact that there's this big blob of not very deep area. Don't make me lockpick, you fish. And here we have some Drew. Not very powerful now. But I still remember doing the Ruddy Man pilgrimage and just getting my ass kicked. Well, maybe not like outright kicked, but that was definitely a point at which I was still at risk from a lot of things. And yeah, I guess I should probably explain to you what I'm trying to find out here, because there is something. Is that a shack on this island? And there's a boat over there as well. We'll check those out. An abandoned shack. Well, whoever it was. Nose picture book of wood. Wood is pretty, wood is nice. If one looks good, I'll make it twice. Upon reaching the last page of the book, the words boat ack are seen scrawled in a margin in a vandalistic manner. Wow, that was deep. I think we all can agree that we learned a lot from that book. And when the dude writes boat ack, I'm sort of guessing that he's meant to prod you to look over here, maybe? Just for the fact that there's a ship, and for the fact that his rowboat did not have any sort of objects in it. Hello, Drew. Old rotting barrel contains multiple instances of shoes. Shunned shipwreck. Well, it had gold, shoes, sword. I know there's like a lamp somewhere in the game. Actually, I remember where the lamp even is. Most lamps, they have a thing where it's, if you have them equipped to provide illumination on the go. They will tend to last maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then there's like one lamp that you could be carrying around for about 3 months of real life time. And that's a bit special. The only problem with it is that, well, there's an issue with Bethesda's priorities regarding realism. And if you are holding a lamp underwater, it, well... Okay, the crew had skooma. Gonna need more water breathing. Crew had a lot of skooma. And the reason I keep picking it up is, well, one bottle is worth 500 gold pieces. Gives it a pretty good, you know, weight to value ratio. Looks like that was it. Alright. But yeah, the reason that I'm trying to find something in the water here is that there is a Daedric temple that has essentially, well, gotten abandoned, forgotten, and it's underwater. And the Daedric, you know, patron of it, I think Boethia is the one. She will be upset. Complain about mortals and whatnot. Okay, just because of how riveting it is to watch me dive. I am just gonna check where this place is actually at. Oh, I see. Good thing I checked. The shrine is actually over there. What happens if I equip the slippers underwater? I began drowning, of course. Why wouldn't I? How much charge does that use? Significantly less than it would on the one I made. Yeah, the game kind of plays favorites. Your magical items will often not be as good as the game's magical items. I suppose in a sense that does have a certain logic to it, because otherwise you would just be able to completely ignore all of the items that the game had in it from the beginning. In fact, I remember pretty much that happening to me in Skyrim. I would always be able to smith an item up to a point where it was better than all of the Daedric weapons. I recall I smithed the, what's it called? The wooden practice sword? Toy sword? I don't know. I turned that into doing somewhere around 60 damage per hit. It was a while ago, but I remember it being quite, you know, ridiculous that I could somehow smith the practice sword into being better than some basic Daedric weapons. So I have been looking for the bits where it is not very deep, but maybe that's the wrong way around. Ah, see? Yeah, because you have this deep zone, and that's where the actual temple's at. And now we can breathe water for a bit. So where's the statue? I think that would be it. Ruined shrine to Boethia.
What do you want with me, mortal? My shrine is in ruins. My priests have forgotten me. Will you rebuild my shrine, mortal? Restore it in all its glory? Accomplish this, and I will reward you. You will be the bearer of Goldbrand, my sword of legend. There is one who can help you do this for me. Listen. Rough hands to smooth stone, carving rock instead of bone. In Caldera, an artist's race, his masterpiece to create. Find the one who may shape the rock. Go.
Quite unusual for there to be voiced lines in this game, but it makes sense that they would do that for the Daedra. This should take me to Balmora, I think. Yeah. Let's see if I can... Alright.
Tidings done.
I don't know where to...
We'll just play it straightforward and not try to shortcut this.
Oh, greetings.
First we go to Caldera.
Can I be of service?
Nope. No service can you be of. The artist is in Gorak Manor. Home of the fireplace.
Have you any news?
Whoops. That's not where I needed to be.
You need not be afraid. My anger is reserved for the foolish.
I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you? Who's El Musa Daumori? Huh. Okay. I didn't know what that was. Some lady who left town and left all her stuff in her house. Sculptor. Me? Well, I have done a few pieces. Mostly Gorak just throw them really far. You interested in buying a piece? I'm working on one now. For now, I call Untitled Rock. Okay. That's an IQ score in grammatical form. I wish for you to create the Shrine of Boethia. Me do big statue? Could be good. Gorag not throw that far at all. Tell you what, I make you statue. Need money, though for material. Need 2,000 septims for everything. And need plans. How I suppose to make big statue, just like old one and not know what old one look like. Must be statue book somewhere tell me how to make shrine. Find me plans and gold, and I make your statue. Meantime, I find a good place to build it. Okay, tell me more about statue book. I don't know what it called. Book with statue picture in it. Description of shrine. That kind of stuff. Ask book guys. They got lots of books. One must have right stuff. Right. That's enough. Quite enough of, advanced grammar for one day. Wrong way.
Welcome.
Now, a statue book, that sounds to me like a job for certain booksellers.
Hello.
Anytime, friend. I'm right here.
Take this, friend. I think everyone should read this leaflet. It has important information on it. It has important information on it. Something must be done. Beware! 4 exclamation points. All caps. Have no dealings. Lowercase letters. With all caps. Aurene Ferrernes. 3 exclamation points. She is known to be both all caps, underhanded, and unethical in her dealings. 3 exclamation points. The materials she uses are both all caps shoddy and all caps dangerous. 3 exclamation points. You could come to all caps great harm from her products. Her shop should be all caps avoided at all costs. 3 exclamation points. See these testimonials. I took potion and got sick, lost good lunch. Grug Bob G. Her materials looked old and stale, not good for alchemical use. Darren O. She should be disemboweled and fed to the Nix hounds. Lorngar F. His name is Domalin. Was that one of the testimonials? Nope.
May I help you, Outlander?
Will she know anything about statue book? Nope. Maybe the Mages Guild will know.
Warm
Welcome,
greetings, Outlander.
Greetings, Dumbledore. What can I do?
Alright, so I kind of need to blow my nose if I'm going to keep going. I don't think those sounds will be particularly good on stream, so I'll just mute and return in a few seconds. Alright, that should be better.
Stay out of
Let's see if we can find someone. Tell me about the latest rumors. This one overheard two cloaked characters whispering about a room underneath the arena in Vivek. So that's that's your cue to go investigate the what were they called? The Morag Tong.
How may I help
You may not. Right, Jobasha's rare books. And essentially what might happen,
Well,
oh, she was the lady in that note. Better not ask her.
you? Praise Vivek.
Warmly greeted, friends. Welcome.
Just gonna go through some topics with Jobasha. Asking him about Galua Ruthari's papers, of which there are 3 copies in the whole game. Jobasha has heard of this book. You might try looking in the library in the Hall of Justice here in Vivek. It is a well-hidden library and guarded at all times, but you will find a copy there. Jobasha does not have a copy of this book. Vampires of Ardenfell. It is a rare book. The temple does not like this book and could punish poor Jobasha if they knew that he has it. Asking him about statue book. Jobasha may have what you are looking for. There is a book called Boethia's Glory. If Jobasha still has it in stock, it is yours for a reasonable price. Let's see here. Quite cheap too, but I'm paying double. All because his profits go to the anti-slavers. So now we have the book. I just want to go to Balmora before we proceed. Just want to ask someone about statue book so that they can treat us like we're dense.
at your service, Outlander. I have
The finest spells in town. Latest rumors. Baladas Dimnivani has studied Dwemer ruins all over Vardenfell. He is always looking off for books on the Dwemer. Ah, well. Oh, wait, I can ask her. A statue book? Well, I don't believe I have anything that might contain the information you need. Perhaps you should deal with someone who deals in rare books like Jobasha and Vivek. He has many of the more hard-to-find volumes. Fair enough.
Hours.
I was kind of remembering that as being a lot more hostile, but fair enough. To Caldera.
What can I do for you today?
Oh, friend.
Gorak Manor.
You need not be afraid. Welcome.
You got the stuff? Good. Give it here. Okay, I found a place. Nice and away from stuff. Take me a few weeks though. Gotta get some assistant sculptors to help me out. Not easy to find, you know. Anyhow, it could be done in not too long. I gonna build it at Kartak Point up on coast from there up north. You can't miss it real big. That's what I tell women all the time. Kartak Point, I tell you, it on coast up north. Great big rock named after famous orc hero. He killed himself there, very famous, long way down from that rock. Gonna go work soon, leave me alone so I can think about shrine. Gonna build it up the coast, should be good. I got the book, good pictures and words and stuff. He seemed excited to begin, but warned me that it should take some weeks to complete. That's fine. Let me just check. We need to get to Narmak in order to basically find the next sort of connection via the boat system. Luckily, that's not all that difficult with our travel system. And yeah, this place is technically House Lalu territory. I can't imagine that it's a big honor to be stationed or living here. Game, can you let me out? Nope. Let me think. We need to get on the boat.
Walk with virtue.
Alright, we're up to cool. Ashi Ahi Ikmine and find a witch called Tilsa Drow. I guess I should ask a local where the mine is at. You hear rumors. Miners saying that the mine is cursed. Mysterious voices, ghosts. Maybe it's true, maybe not. The mine entrance is south of Cool, near an outcast Ashlander yurt. Be careful. Outcast Ashlanders are savage raiders and outlaws and likely to attack travelers. Alright, south. Oh, we could have taken the Silt Strider too. And that looks like a dreamer.
Whatever it is, I'm not interested.
That's Panud, egg mine. Yort. He said the Ashlander Yort. Is this going to be the same one? Nope. This is the correct one. Hello, egg miner. There's something down there. Something evil. He says he does not want to go down there anymore. Guessing means down here.
You will die!
I will?
I have you!
I'm guessing she is the person in question.
Surrender your life to me and I will end your pain! There is no escape!
Well, someone finally found me. Pure bad luck, really. Okay, so effectively they just want to prevent you from doing much of anything except fighter. Hakon. Good Norwegian name. So that was their little gang. Asking him again, I said there was something down there, didn't I? Well, I'm glad you skinned that witch good. I'll sure feel a lot safer in here, thanks to you. Very true. Now we can just recall.
I have great prizes for you today, Outlander.
Have you found and killed the witch Thelsa Dral in the Asher Ahi egg mine? She's dead. I'm glad to see you back in one piece, since I didn't know how tough she was. Well, anyway, you're back and Thelsa Dral is out the way. I've been thinking, these shrine missions are getting tougher, and I thought you might like to have this old ring. I don't use it anymore, but it came in handy several times when I was younger. Take it with my thanks, and when you're ready for another mission, speak to me again. An acolyte named Linus Tech Tips disappeared some... Oh wait, no. Linus Eulus disappeared some years ago. He was last seen leaving Zoran, headed east on foot to Zephyrpol Bay. Recently, our oracle, Lalatia Varian, has had some visions of a silver staff of shaming, and Linus Eulus had one of these staves. Here's a detect enchantment ring, and 100 gold for expenses. Go to Mount Can and find a silver staff of shaming there. Retrieve it and bring it to me, along with any other personal effects you find that belong to Linus Iulus. Alright. I expect that mission will be a little difficult. Potentially even ruined. Honestly, like, if you ever feel unsure about sort of items or what have you that you find in a cave, you can do one of two things. You can either load your save, which is smart, or you could do something that I like to do, which is to make sure you have a designated person that you sell stuff like that to. At least in my case, what I tend to do is to sell it to Galbadir. And if she doesn't have enough gold to actually afford the transaction. You can sort of trade for items. And by that I mean, like, you know, buy a few scrolls from her in the same transaction. You'll likely lose some value there, but it's better than nothing. And you can then, you know, wait 24 hours and sell it, or...
Where would you like to go?
I really need to pay more attention. Right. Mount Canned. Getting a little bit ridiculous just how high this guy jumps. Oh, hey. This guy is rather infamous. I'll just rest until healed. Gonna fix up my sword too.
You need not be afraid.
Have you come seeking me? My name is unimportant and my accomplishments are few. What are any of my accomplishments in the whole of this world? I have traveled from one end of the land to the other. I have killed creatures that can stop a man's heart with but a look. I have the blood of man and mere uncountable on my hands. I have seen the atrocities of war and the hideous excesses of peace. There is nothing left for me in this world. He has seen the wholesale slaughter of men, women, and entire races of people. Villages are burned, and he was the one holding the torch. And his hand has thrown water on the flames. He has been ankle-deep in blood, swinging Umbra in a wide arc, all for the glory of battle, and here I still stand. What's the use of knowing my name? If it'll make you more comfortable, you may call me Umbra. It is the name of my blade, though it may as well be mine. I have no more to do in this life. I have saved whole towns from packs of Daedra, and I have slaughtered men for the glory of countless nobles. All that is left for me is my own death, and the gods have cheated me of that. All I ask is to die like a warrior, but how can that be? I don't believe it is too much to ask for to die as a warrior should in battle. It is my curse, though, that I have found that no one can best me in combat. Are you the one that can? Can you come and lift me from these shackles of life? Come, then, be the new wielder of Umbra.
You grow weak.
I will give you the death you deserve. Excellent. Perhaps now I will be granted a warrior's death, and if I am not, know that you will be. That guy is quite tough. So before he gets started, I'm gonna just magic me up a shield. As you can see, he's actually doing some damage. But yeah, unless you come up here with some pretty good armor or a pretty powerful sort of character build, you're toast. He will bury you in a lunchbox. Umbra Sword. Daedric artifact associated with Clavicus Vile, Prince of Pacts. The Umbra Sword was enchanted by the ancient witch Naenra Vare with a piece of his power. However, after becoming separated from its creator, the sword would take on a life of its own, slowly overpowering the identity of later wielders, until they too know themselves as Umbra. Well, that's going on my mantelpiece. Actually, how heavy is that sword? 40. And I'm just noticing here, just gonna point this out. I picked up a sword that weighs 40. And I have a bunch of other stuff as well, some that's not especially light. I'm still at 0 out of 500 due to the feather items. So yeah, the feather items can be quite useful. It just now occurs to me I might not have been using the amulet I needed. Mount Canned. Now let me see. Okay. So he's supposed to be in here. Actually, I'm gonna have to be paying a bit of attention in this. Because I remember there was like a side passage at one point. Hello. These dudes should be... Oh, how do I put it? Those are the guys that kept asking us riddles. And just happened to ask them in the exact order that they appeared in the book that they told me to get. Not necessarily bad, but, you know, they could have put them in a different order at least, made me think a little. Nah, he's not in here. Which means we're gonna have to go around looking in the nearby caves. And that's not so bad. Out we go, and... well, bird's eye perspective is usually helpful. Stands to reason that there are good odds that the nearest cave would be relevant. I know I've been in here before. I think I had to kill like 3 witches or something. Fairly recently, too. But I kind of need to, you know, exclude this from the things I would search for. Or search through, rather. Interesting little hiding spot up there. So where would this guy be? My instructions just say Mount Cand. Down there you can see the shell of a long dead figures that I'd forget it. Silt Strider, that's the one. I feel like there's plenty of quite nice touches in this game that well, the local area is not exactly new to habitation. I should probably check this one. Okay, the guide seems to indicate that it's outdoors. Oh, now I see. Yeah, a bit of a confusing sort of situation there. Rather than, you know, the cave of Mount Can, which is just called Mount Can, there was supposed to be the actual outdoor peak of Mount Can that I was searching. Which should generally be inaccessible, so that's not the best place to be pointing me, I feel like. Oh well, it's not all of these quests that are, well, misdirecting you, I'd say. Most of them are straightforward. Most of them. Alright, let's see. Okay, so Mount Can Cave was there. And Mount Can physically is here. Belt, amulet, staff of shaming. And when I checked the guide, I also found out something else. Namely, that there's apparently 2 quest givers in Vivek. One of whom, the one I'm doing quests for, is quite difficult.
I have great prices for you today, Outlander.
I have the staff. You found Linus Iulius Tech Tips, Silver Staff of Shaming, and his Maran Amulet, and his Deldarian Belt. I think you should keep the staff in honor of Linus's sacrifice, and we'll pass on the amulet and belt to some new lay servant. And as an additional reward for your service, here's a restoration shirt. It'll keep you fresh during heavy exercise, like long-distance running or tough fights. Thank you for your exertions on the cult's behalf, and when you are ready for another mission, speak to me again. You have shown yourself to be a loyal and diligent member of the Imperial Cult, Diomedes, As a token of our appreciation, here's a little gift that'll make your labors a little easier, and please remember, check your advancement in our ranks regularly. An Argonian named Okur in Laod has asked for our aid. This devout follower of the Nine is sensitive to spirits of the otherworld, and she says she is being visited by the ghost of a murder victim. The guards can't do anything in such cases. Go and speak with Okur. Here's some gold for expenses. If possible, discover the nature of the crime and bring justice to the wrong spirit so that it can be laid to rest. Very good. Yeah, I feel like using ghost testimony would be cheating. Even if it would be interesting.
What do you want of me?
Right. This is Okur. Thank you for coming. I have been visited by the spirit of Juliel Almin. She says she chanced upon a band of smugglers and was murdered to seal her lips. She says that her spirit will not rest until her amulet is recovered and returned to her husband, and until the 4 smugglers who murdered her are slain. When I have Juliel's amulet and you have the lives of her murderers, I shall see that her spirit is laid to rest. 4 smugglers. Their names are Dudley, Larissus, Raylos, and Turvum. I sense that they are strong and well armed. Juliel's spirit says that the smuggler's cave is called Yasamsi, and it lies south along the road from town before the bridge across the Odai River.
The Outlander seeks answers?
Nope. So, south. Along the road. I think I see it.
It's about time.
Oh crap, this is oh, that's kind of funny. So very early on in this playthrough is where I stumbled upon this particular dungeon and found that these guys were way too powerful for me. And now I'm reaching them again, some 70 odd levels higher. These guys are fucked. And I'm gonna ask them about stuff. Apparently he's an assassin. Sadly for him, I am more assassin.
You in.
Her amulet. A thief ring. Not good enough to steal, though.
Let's see what you're made of.
Water, mostly. But he probably didn't mean it in a literal sense. Apparently they had a lot of clothes. That would have been useful early on. Amulet of Stamina and a diamond. Scroll of Break Open. Grant Soul Gem, that's... I can use that. I'm just going through their possessions. You know, it kind of figures. Only after I actually went all the way to Mournhold in order to buy those Grand Soul Gems do I finally happen upon lots and lots of Grand Soul Gems in the wild. But that's okay. It's not like I'm short on money. Excuse my can of Coke Zero, I guess. Let's see. Do you think this guy maybe was feeling just a tad guilty about what he did? I mean, there's got to be at least 20 bottles on the floor. I'm only slightly mystified. The all clear music hasn't really begun, and it feels like it's all clear. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't see where else one could go. Yeah, this looks finished to me. That's better. Alright, let's see. Should be over here. I'm guessing Okur is
A warm welcome to you.
the name, at least what I remember it to be. Fat Mike's drop off, nothing in there. Yes, this is Juniel Almin's amulet, as her husband described it to me. I shall return it to him. May the Nine bless you for your deeds. Return to Kai and tell him that now I am sure I can lay the ghost of Juniel to rest. Asking Okur again about the smugglers, she says, they got what they deserved. I have no sympathy for them. Yep, that's a difficult thing to get around.
Walk with virtue.
Right. Just thinking if there's anything I can do before we close. Did I ever clear this? I have not. Hello. He wants to fight. That's okay. That's acceptable with me. Shrine of Saint Veloth. Storm Atronach. Rah, 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 rah. That was a clan fear. Emphasis on was. There's just something brilliant about this. Okay, being held open by a rock. Trapped thing, gold. Lessons of Vivek. So the coins are clearly leading me to this box. This empty box. I don't know. Maybe you're supposed to put something in the box? Coins, maybe? Please deposit 25 cents. Right then, that accomplished a lot. I guess we should turn in the quest and probably call it a day.
The pleasure is all mine, Outlander. Care to barter with me?
Let me know when you've helped Okur take care of the ghost of the murder victim. I took care of everything. So Okur needed you to kill the smugglers who murdered Julil and to recover the dead woman's lost amulet. Well, if Okur is sure she can lay the ghost to rest now, that's good enough for me. As it happens, I just received a donation of magic scrolls. Let me give you these 3. Thank you. That's all I have for you, but there may be work for lay healers or almoners. Or you may talk to Lalatia Varian about Oracle's quests. Oracle's quests? That sounds exactly like the thing that would net you a lot of those artifacts. But yeah, this is as good a stopping point as any. I will, in my own time, find the next quest givers, just so we can, you know, start off strong, and I'll do some inventory management so you don't have to, well, suffer through the boredom of watching that. But that'll be it for this time then. Till next time, I hope you'll all have a good one.